So in this video, I'm going to talk about how you can actually cold call as a recruiter. Now, as a recruitment consultant, there's obviously two ways. There's the internal recruiter, which you probably won't do much cold calling for, because you're hiring for either where you're deployed in sense of large factory, or you'll be recruiting for your own company that has a large sort of need ongoing, and you sort of facilitate everything from there. So basically, I just want to talk about as working as a recruitment consultant in an agency. So there's a few ways you can cold call. Now, it all starts with the leads, the sort of prospecting and the lead generation. Either you have someone doing it for you, or you do it yourself. Now, if you do it yourself, it's very time consuming. And if you get someone else to do it, the quality isn't there because they don't really care. They just want to get the leads out. If they're targeted to do 50 leads, 100 leads, 1,000 leads, then obviously they're going to just do that. And it's rather quantity rather than quality. I would suggest doing a mix of both. If you're giving leads, I would suggest definitely finding your own leads, ones you can follow up, every few weeks, every month, until it actually converts. Now, the thing to notice, from my understanding, I've done a lot of sales training, I've done a lot of videos, I've listened to a lot of sales managers, business owners tell me, there's ways to go about it. There's things you can say, change your approach. There's not really much you can do if the company doesn't have a need. Companies usually just say, look, I've got a PSL in place. The thing that works for me is usually when I hear PSL sort of in place, that's fantastic to hear. I'm glad you take recruitment seriously. I'm on many PSLs, and the reason I got on them, they said exactly the same thing to me. And when there was a hard need or a hard fill, they had to step outside the PSL. They came to me, and obviously I filled the position. So I'll be happy to send you information. And when that does occur, please let me know. So there's a lot of things around that you can actually get into based in recruitment. Necessarily, I wouldn't go about, saying, oh, how can I get on your PSL? Because they'll say, oh, we have a review in, August or July, or next year, 2020. So I wouldn't say necessarily try that approach, which is the most common approach. Now, cold calling is pretty much, a lot of people say it's a numbers game, and I believe it is. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's quality of the leads, and it's the timing as well. You'll just get lucky. I find email marketing beforehand is very important. I use MailChimp. I send an email list out, and literally whoever's read it or whoever I get a reply from, then I literally cold call them from there. I don't necessarily follow up too much. I used to literally follow up, until 10 times, but I literally found that's a waste of time. A lot of people say, oh, you make the sale on the 8th call, which is incorrect because you make the actual initial contact on the first call. It's just literally about staying in touch. It's not necessarily about what you say, how you say it. It's literally the right timing. I feel it's so important to cold calling and recruitment.